Hey, good evening. We are playing another white box game. This will be an all dwarf character game entitled Ember in the Chasm. Word's been received that the famous Goldaxe Mine has discovered a new vein of valuable gems and other precious metals. Unfortunately, news has also come there's some type of dangerous creature or creatures that are protecting this new vein of gems and metals, and it has decimated some of the dwarven miners, suspending all mining operations till the threat is handled. The king, Krack Hammercringe, has sent the bravest team to investigate and remove the creatures so that the resources can be mined again. You are one of those brave heroes to bring forth the might of the Dwarven clan. And we'll start out with you, Rush. If you can tell me about who you're playing and what your thoughts are as you head to this mission, knowing that you're going deep down in the earth.
So, oh, oh, sorry, I thought I was muted. I'll be playing the berserker known as Grimmy One Eye, um, who he's a little bit of an older lad, and he's taken up the mantle of berserker after um, a green skin goblin and orc raid left him with no family, no clan. It pretty much wiped out everybody that he knew or that was close to him, leaving just him behind, and filled him and fueled him with an anger that he'd never seen, never knew could exist. So he's taken up the axe and hammer and essentially helps those of the dwarf hold through whatever missions, even if they seem unnecessary or not. If it interests him, he does it. He goes to seek death, and with the attitude that he seeks his own death, but they're going to have to earn it. For a grim gives nothing for free, and so he's decided to accompany these folk in search of riches, so that he may prepare a proper memorial to his missing family and missing clanmates. And if he dies in the process, then so be it. And that will be Grimmy One Eye.
We will see what the future holds for Grimmy if he meets his fate deep down in the earth of this mine. Then we jump over to you, Jan. You can tell us about your character and what your thoughts are as you know you're going deep down in this dark earth facing some type of unknown creature or creatures that no one has ever seen before.
You see a dwarven cleric polishing his arms and his scale mail, and he looks up and just nods at the rest of the party without a word. Gillisaga is a dwarf who loves the color green. He wears a green horn, green helm, a green tunic, and a pair of green boots. You think it may be due to the time that he spent as a younger dwarf with the elves in an exchange clerical studies in the Sylvan city of Sheldon SLR. But he has come back. It's been about 100 years since, and he's been with the community for a little while, and he's eager to go into the Goldaxe Mine to liberate it.
All right.
Yep.
We'll see how the man in green does it then. Crystal, who are you going to be playing? Your thoughts as you know you're going deep down into the dark.
We cut to a dwarf woman who is currently braiding up her beard and placing the jewel around the end of it to keep it tightened together. She rubs some oil through her beard from the top all the way down, and then rubs the rest of the oil through her hair that she does up into a half bun. Says, I don't get what we're going down there for anyway. It just seems to me that any dwarf could do a job like this, taking care of some creatures in a cave. That's something that the young ones should be taking care of, not us. And, not as veterans. And with that, she grabs a hand axe from this log and pulls it out and shoulders it. And says, "Well, guess we better get started anyway."
All right.
And that will be Rashida Boulder Fury.
Yep. As she maneuvers along with the rest of them, Daniel, who are you going to be playing in his thoughts or her thoughts on going down in the dark earth?
So I'm playing Boris Bellymonger. He is a bard, and I mean, he's not, even though dwarves generally like to be in underground, he's found a pretty good life kind of wandering around, telling tales and finding tales. So he's maybe not looking forward to getting so dirty. And you see he's got nice shiny boots and stuff on, and he kind of looks around. He's here to document that he was told that the greatest warriors of the land would be here. He's still waiting for them to arrive, but I guess he'll go with this group from now. And he will document the tale in song and poem and such. And he is a bard, Boris Bellymonger.
All right, sounds good. The king's entourage, King Hammercringe, has told you all when you get to the Goldaxe Mine that you need to meet with Krack Hammercringe. He's the head miner there over the operation, and he will fill you in on what he knows. It's about a day's travel up into the mountains. Pretty uneventful. It's probably early fall. The weather is not cooled down quite enough yet, but as you make your way up higher in the mountains, it's cooler than being down in the valleys. You arrive at the mine. The camp outside the mine appears to be almost deserted. You don't see many of your fellow dwarves moving around, but you do see this gentleman here coming out to meet you. If I can click all the right buttons. You see this older dwarf with this beautiful flowing and braided beard coming out carrying this war hammer. He says, "Greetings. You must be from the king's entourage to help us with the problem."
Indeed, that's what they sent us for here anyway. What you got a problem with?
Well, if I wasn't so old myself, I would have went down there and just wrestled them down and taken care of it myself. But I don't get around. I've got that arthritis, but evidently there's some kind of creature or creatures down. Well, let me start at the beginning. We found a new vein down there, a new vein of precious metals, electrum as far as the eye can see. But there's something else down there. Garnets, they glow like embers on a fire, just glowing all around the walls of this cavern, this chasm. We started mining them, and they started bringing some of the electrum up from down deep below. These two creatures, they said two, but some of them say four, some of them say six, so you know how stories get told. They come out of the earth and attacked the miners. They decimated quite a bit of them. I sent a group of guards down there. They never come back. So I figured it was best to send off to the king and send the best he's got. I hope you're the best.
You ain't never seen anyone work like us, veteran. And she'll pat his shoulder and say, "Don't worry, I'll kill one of them sons of bitches in your honor."
Well, like I say, if I was a little younger, 40 years younger, I'd go with you, but I just can't do it.
So Boris steps forward and says, Krack, the great miner, puts forth the quest to the party. Destroy the evil that lies within the earth and bring back the gems and riches that come from within. And then he scribbles that down.
Oh, man of song and word and stuff. That's good because once you get back from taking care of what's trying to keep us from the electrum and the garnets, you can write a beautiful, beautiful song.
That I shall do, my friend. That I shall do.
He looks towards Gillis and Green and he goes, that Green kind of stands out a little bit. You don't think you should go a little bit more camouflage there?
When you're down in the dark mines, the other creatures can't see very well, so I think that my green won't stand out as much. That's what I'm reckoning.
Well, let's hope not. I don't know. And none of the miners that come back up said they've ever seen creatures like this. They've never encountered them, so hopefully they won't be attracted to green. He looks over at the one eye and he goes, veteran, just what you need. Somebody that has a little wisdom about them.
Aye. I'm not worried about what kind they may be. There's an old saying, if it bleeds, we can kill it. And I'm quite sure they'll bleed. Just point me in the right direction.
Well, if it bleeds green, bring a vial of it back.
He cocks one eyebrow. Bleeds green.
The berserker seeks out the green blood.
He goes and gets a younger dwarf, a very small in height and very small in stature and stuff, and he says, "This is Elrod. He's a cousin to the family, but he's going to take you down as far as he can and show you how to get into this new chasm that we've started digging out. And like I say, the mine we vacated about a week ago, I guess it was. Nobody's been down there since. So this group I sent down there, they never come back. So if you find them, try to bring their bodies back."
Will do. We'll give them a proper Dwarven funeral, aye? Talking was now started in the voice. We'll give them a proper Dwarven funeral, aye? Anyway.
I knew an Elron Hubbard. Do you know him?
No, Elrod, he was named after his, let's see, great, I think it was 3 great grandfathers. I don't know who, you know how history gets muddled up.
Excellent. Well, I will add him to my poem. And he makes a note in the sidebar.
Aye. Well, let's get it going, fellas. Ain't got all day to wait around.
Led by a lady into the dark.
And
forward without a spark.
Rashinda will continue forward.
You see
following
Elrod.
the Elrod.
You see Elrod as he's waiting there at the entrance to go down. He has all these lanterns he hands you. He says, "Well, I know that we can all see pretty good in the dark, but you're going down way deep in the dark, and you may want to take these just in case because, you know, the ones on the walls may not be burning anymore."
Rashinda is going to take her lantern, like, at the hook, and she's going to kind of, like, prop it up on the end of her hand axe. So it's just sort of, like, dangling off the end of the blade a bit.
Well, just like I say, we'll take these just in case because they say it's very, very dark down there.
Hmm.
Elrod begins the descent with you, and it is as they've been described. Once you start, I mean, you meet no mining operations going on at all. You see quite a bit of mining carts, sitting there empty, tools piled up in various places. There are lanterns burning as you enter the mine, but you meet and see no one as you go down. And the further you go down, um, Elrod kind of, you see he gets real nervous and he goes, "Well, I'm gonna just a little ways up here, and I'll show you which way I'll show you which way to go down to where all this is happening. But I've got to get back up top now."
I don't see anyone else around. Do you have them all in quarantine?
Yeah, well, a lot of them they went back to their families, until this matter gets cleared up. That's why the camp's so bare.
Hmm.
Grimmy looks over at Elrod as he's mumbling in his high-pitched voice and all that. And he tells him, he says, "Poke your chest out and keep your chin up, boy." He's like, "You're a dwarf. Start acting like one. Nothing's going to happen to you here."
Oh, well, thank you, sir. Thank you. And he starts
Death
back
will come
towards
to
you.
all the dwarfs who go down the tunnel into the wharfs.
Well, boy, after we're done, the Dwarven economy will be right back. Yep, we're gonna be mining this place again.
Oh, well, I meant to tell y'all something because, sometimes Grackle, he's gets forgetful. Um, it'd be okay once you get down there if you find a loose garnet or two, like the small ones. I mean, my understanding is the walls are just covered with them. Like he said, they just glow like embers from a fire. But if you find a loose one or two small ones, it'd be okay to put them in your pocket, I think. And that's what Grackle said. He just forgot to tell you that.
Hmm.
Convenient.
Yeah. Well, well, we are dwarves, so my my axe might just slip and loosen one out of the wall by accident, if you know what I'm saying.
Yes, of course. And you see Elrod take back up to the top of the ground as it gets still and quiet now. As all of you sit there looking as you go deeper down, and you see some of the lanterns along the walls of this mine are already burned out as it's getting dark. Of course, you are able to see with your natural ability, but you continue down for the longest, and it's just stillness and quiet, and a cold chill of being down deep in the earth like you are. You continue for what you would think would be a long, long time. You see a lot less of the mining carts and a lot less of the mining tools as you go down this far. Um, who's going to lead the way?
Well, while we're walking, Grimmy would look around as we start to get to where it looks like it starts to fade out. He would look for any kind of signs of fighting or battle or anything like that.
Yep, you don't see anything yet. Grackle explained to you that once you get down deep enough that on further down to where this chasm is, he said it's going to narrow down to like maybe just a 5-foot path, or maybe 10-foot wide to go into the chasm of where all of the garnets are, the way he described it. This area is probably about 10, 15 foot wide that you're going through now, but nope, you don't see anything that looks out of place right now.
All right. So then the last thing I'd want to do is I would look at the ground and see, hold on, use my survival skill to see if I can notice any tracks of anything in the dirt or in the rock that is not Dwarven.
Yep, roll for me. I believe you got a 3 out of 6, I believe.
Yeah. Well, I rolled a 5, so.
Mighty warrior searches the ground. Signs of any enemies. Will he find it before it's too late? I'll be in the back.
Boris in the back. Who wants to take the front? You could actually go 2 width at this point, and unless you wanted to just go single file, it's up to you, of course.
Grimmy, of course, would, like a true dwarf, would volunteer to go to the front.
All right.
His large battle axe in his 2 hands.
Rashinda or Gillis? Who wants to go second?
Gillis goes second.
Okay.
All right.
I'll let Boris go third. I'll be in the back in the party.
No, my lady. I must be able to see all the action, or I cannot record your deeds. And I need room to frolic.
Frolic.
And with that, Rashindo will walk forward without even like questioning it.
How do you say no?
With a beautiful beard, she walks into combat. Many would have feared. Yeah.
Gillis, roll me a d6.
I got 3.
Okay. You probably maybe survive this, man.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll survive this one. Grimmy, you hear noise coming from in front of you, like chitter and talking. It sounds like at least 2, maybe 3 different voices talking, and it appears that you hear like small footsteps coming your way.
They don't sound like dwarves.
Not at all. They're speaking in, unless somebody, well, I won't tell you right now what it is, but you probably don't speak this. I wouldn't think any of you would speak this language.
Well, I speak gnome, goblin, orcs, and kobolds. I guess everybody does, because all dwarves speak that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also speak ogre and gnoll.
I'm gonna send you a message, Boris.
Oh.
Meanwhile, while he does that, I'm going to stick my hand up and turn to the group. I'm going to put my hand up so everybody stops walking, and I just look back at him with this like hairy eyeball, you know. And I'm just going to be like, and point at my ears and go,
"The berserker hears the kobold speak. Will we kill them? Will we flee?" Boris steps back.
So I'll if they're coming toward us, I'll just kind of hold on to my axe, stop and wait.
Yep, roll me a d6.
I got another 5.
All right. Everybody can roll initiative. You do not surprise them, and of course, they do not surprise you. Grimmy, what did you get? It's d6 in your dex mod if you got one, minus or plus.
Okay. Are we going high this time? Because this time I got a 4.
Yep, you want high. Definitely want high.
I have no. I have no
Mod,
dex
okay.
mod. No.
Gillis, what did you get?
1d6, right?
Yep, d6 plus dex
Okay.
mod.
I got 5.
Gillis on 5. Rashinda.
5 as well.
All right. And Boris, what did you get?
Boris got 6.
These little stinking, thieving kobolds have got a 6 also. Boris, you see coming out of the dark up there close to where Grimmy is, you see these 3 kobolds walking. One of them's carrying like a bag, a sack, a small sack over his shoulder. And the other 2 seem to be chastising them, as they're walking along carrying some type of melee weapons.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to do?
Boris is going to cast the sleep spell.
All right.
He strums a lullaby. Lullaby, kobolds, fall asleep to the blades of the dwarves. So, yeah.
All right. 2d6 plus 3 then.
Okay. 5. 11. That was overkill. Well, maybe we don't know.
Your song, they look at, when you start singing, they look to see who is singing ahead of them, and they all 3 stare at you and hit the ground.
Mhm.
You don't hear anything else coming from behind them, any footsteps or talking.
Grimmy starts to raise his axe as they're coming, and he's like, ah! And he sees them all fall, and he turns and looks back, and he goes, I don't think they like your singing, boy.
Right there, Berserker. Cut their throats now. Don't worry, I'll make it seem valiant in the story.
I don't care for your stories. I don't. And he just walks over, and he basically already planned to do exactly what he was talking about. He just reaches over and grabs the little necks and just like starts cracking their heads.
Yep, you can dispatch the poor little kobolds. If anybody wants to look in that sack they've got, you will find that they've been going along picking up electrum pieces.
Oh.
All from the mine there.
Why couldn't all of us understand the kobold? Just out of curiosity.
We can. We're all dwarves.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But he only sent
Where does it say you understand kobold?
Under the dwarf description.
Does it? Well, I missed it then because I read what languages. I missed it then. I didn't see kobold.
Gnome, goblin, orc, and kobold.
Well, that's my fault. I just overread it.
Your ears are not as acute as mine. Years of tuning this lute, I've picked up some skills here.
Yeah, true. That's probably it.
I just overread it because it's the last one, and it, man, that's my fault.
It happens.
It's okay. I've done that a lot.
I start tossing the bodies over the side, and I'm like, disgusting, foul-smelling wee little buggers.
Huh.
And then he stands back up, and he puts his axe on, and he says, he looks at the sack and throws the sack back to somebody in the back. He's like, nobody uses this stuff anymore.
Electrum is the coin of the royalty.
Well,
Beware, Berserker. Where there are kobolds, there are dragons.
good lad.
Well, since you're not wearing any heavy plate or anything, Boris, how about you carry that electrum for us?
Can I carry it and still be able to frolic?
It's pretty heavy. I mean,
Okay.
Yeah, you can tell it's a pretty heavy bag. They've picked up quite a few, probably moving in and out, knowing that there was no dwarves down here.
Nice. All right. Well, Boris is going to look around for like a corner or like an area where he thinks he can stash it.
Yeah, I mean, you could definitely find a place there to put it. You know, when you come back up to grab it.
Yeah, he'll stash it, and then he'll just like mark the wall with something. He'll write he'll write it in Knoll, like he'll put a little Knoll sign on there. Well, because I figured kobold can speak. No, I don't know what kobolds speak, but I'm assuming they don't speak Knoll.
Yeah, that's perfect.
It's a bigger sack than I realized. So
That's what she said.
Yeah, according to Grimmy, I mean, when Grimmy picks it up, you know, it doesn't weigh anything. And when you hand it to Boris, he kind of just probably sinks down a little bit.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, God. That's way too much for me.
But yeah, y'all maneuver along, and you see where the passage starts going with it. You know, there's not much mining operations went on here. You can probably see maybe what Grackle was talking about is it kind of narrows down, and even some of the tracks that have been put down disappear, and you can just see it's been foot traffic going on further in, and it gets darker and darker. And I am going to share this deal with y'all, and you can go over here and see what you see, hopefully. Let me... If you click on that, you will see a little map and your names on them.
Oh.
You should have saved your sleep for right now.
The gold is where you're going to enter into the kind of gold opening there where it narrows down. Is where you're going into. If you click on the move button, you can move your name yourself anywhere you want to, or I can do it for you, of course. Each square is roughly, we'll say 10 feet. So you start going through this much lesser width of a deal, but you know, it's about 5, maybe 7 foot as you're squeezing in. Of course, being a dwarf, it's no big deal. You squeeze in, we will put Grim, you come in first. Let me refresh it because it timed out on my end. And somebody disappeared.
Yeah, I was trying to move myself, and instead of moving me, I was drawing a line. Then I tried to erase the line, and I erased myself. And I'm like, I should not touch the whiteboard.
Undo.
I
Just
will
hit the
add you
undo button.
back.
Oh, okay, undo. Hold on.
Yeah, just hit
there we
undo.
go. Gotcha.
Back, okay.
If there's one thing I've learned in my career as a photographer, is to hit undo.
Oh, okay. I need to select the move button first. Gotcha. All right.
But yep, you can move yourself, Grim.
Be smarter than the board, laddie. Be smarter than the
Resh,
board.
as y'all all maneuver in, you see this very large cavern. And you see how it is very wide at first, and it narrows down to probably maybe 15 foot wide and then opens back up some. But the end of that, where you see all the purple is, you see the whole wall is glowing. You see the glowing like embers that was described to you of the garnets that are just glowing along this wall everywhere.
Now, when you say glow, you mean like our lanterns are hitting them and they're reflecting back, or they actually have a glow to them?
They actually have a light glow to them. Your lantern, of course, probably intensifies it, but they actually have a light glow themselves to them.
And I rest my axe on my shoulder, and I kind of look across at the others, and I say, well, look at there. The lad wasn't telling a lie.
It reminds me of this one time when I was adventuring and I saw the rain fell, and it was purple rain. It was beautiful. And we were laughing and dancing. And then he's going to start singing a song, but I'm not singing.
No.
And you would say you're probably about 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 to 60 feet from where that wall is. It appears that you see a lot of hand tools laying around, just strewn across on the ground. There's a couple of lanterns along the wall, but it's pretty dark in here.
Resh will go ahead and step forward a little bit. And like she has her hand axe, and then on the end of her hand axe, she's holding up a lantern. She has her shield in her other hand, ready to defend as she does so.
All right.
Boris is going to move over here. He's going to put his lantern down in front of him and be softly strumming the lute, kind of like a subway performer.
Where are those other lanterns at?
Resh has one.
There's two hanging on the wall where it kind of narrows down just in front of Resh, one on each side. I'll tell you what, I will just put a little mark on there. Let me see.
Like that?
Yep, there they are. You got them.
So Grim would move forward with Resh to about right here. And he would actually go ahead and light this lantern.
The one that's hanging on the wall? Yep, you can do that.
Yeah.
It's very quiet in here too. I mean, very still, and you still see the glow coming off the lantern as it intensifies against the wall of what has been described to you, this just wall of garnets. And like I say, you definitely see hand tools and a couple of hand push mining carts that have just been abandoned, maybe even turned over in here. You see no bodies of any dwarf miners or anything though.
Do we see like any large holes in the wall that a monster might have come through?
Roll me a d6.
Oh, I will roll. I rolled a 5.
Nope. From where you're at, Boris, you don't see anything. What would y'all like to do from there?
I mean, Rex is going to go ahead and step forward a little bit. I guess if Grim's staying at her side, she'll go ahead and, push past the lantern, see what's waiting for him in this room.
Yep, you can do that. And same area. When you move back where it widens enough, you see the same, a few hand tools, mining tools, pickaxes, shovels thrown down, overturned mining cart, hand push cart.
I have just as a passive ability, we have that ability where all of us can find any slanted or hidden passages on a 1 or 2, and that's just like automatically rolled. So can I try to roll since I'm not actually searching right now?
Yeah, you're looking around. There, you don't see anything that catches your eye at all.
Okay. All right. Well, I suggest we start searching. There's got to be something here. So then, I guess we'll all search for the 1 and 4. I guess we get a 1 and 4. I don't know.
So before Grim does that, he'll walk over to the side, grumbling and mumbling the whole time about not trusting it in here and blah blah blah, and you're dark and can't see a goddamn thing. And so then go ahead and light this lantern too.
Yep, as soon as you light that lantern, the ground or the side of the wall behind you, Grim, burst open. And at the same time, on the other side, close to Boris, it burst open. And I will show you what you will see that's coming through the walls. They do not surprise you, but let me get my picture switched over. You see these, well, why won't let me switch?
Nope. We see that.
Wow. Huh, it won't let me switch it. Let me
We're trying to switch it to minicam.
try this. I don't know why it won't let me do it. Let me sign out of minicam and come back. Weird. It wouldn't let me change over.
Yeah, that happened to me the other day, actually.
As soon as the walls bust out, he's going to whirl around with his axe in his hand and go, "Ha! Found it, lads and lady."
You see these two creatures. One of them is holding these 3 melee weapons, and the other one is not have any weapons in its hand. They both move out of the walls and look very aggressive. We'll roll initiative.
Oh my god.
Nice.
And Grimmy, what did you get?
I got another 4.
Grimmy on a 4. Grimmy's prepared. And Gillis.
4.
All right. And Rashinda?
Rashinda is admiring Grimmy and his impressive handiwork and rolls a 1.
And
How's
what
that
about
effect, Lassie?
Singing Bard?
I got a 3. 3 is a magic number.
It is, because they had a 3 also.
Oh.
Grimmy, you and Gillis can lead us out. Gil, you see the one burst out of the ground over there by Boris, and Grim, there's one that bursts out of the wall right behind you there. And you can move, you can move up to them however you want to do it.
So as soon as this thing busts out, Grim sees this. Which one is it next to me? The one with the weapons or without?
We'll say that is the, let me look at my screen. We're going to say that's one without. The one with the weapons will be X1.
So he's going to turn. He sees this disgusting 3-armed, 2-legged mouth burst out of the wall. And he just sees it. And he sees this spawn of chaos or whatever it is. And he just immediately feels himself get just super pissed off. So he's basically gonna fly into a rage and just raise his axe above his head and just bellow, and just runs right at the thing and attacks. So I'm gonna go into my rage, which is
all right.
It's a D6 plus my levels for how long it lasts.
Yep.
So it's gonna last for 9 rounds.
All right.
And so I get a +2 to hit, +2 to damage, and a -2 to my AC during this time.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack.
All right.
So I have a normal +3 to hit. You make sure I do this right. My 2 hit bonus is +1, but the strength does give you a bonus.
Yep, strength will give you the other +1 if you're
so I
over
get
15.
a +5 to hit right now then. Nice. Oh shit, I might need it too. So I have a 12 on the die. So +5 gives me a 17.
You miss this thing. Its hide and stuff is rough and tough as you hit into it.
Damn it.
Yep.
Not
All
enough to
right.
save.
Gillis, you see Grimmy try to, just go into this rage and yell and scream and charge his thing and just bounce off of it. What'd you like to do, Gillis?
Gillis says, well, the hide of that thing is tougher than I imagined. If our friend is not able to inflict any damage, I'm gonna call upon the power of my god. And then he raises his hand and casts hold person. I don't think it's gonna work actually.
Which one are you targeting? One or two?
He's gonna look at the one that what's his name?
Boris?
Grimmy? Did
Yeah,
Grimmy just attack?
Yeah, Grimmy just attacked. Is that the green one?
No, I'm the red. I got the red one.
Oh, you know what? He's gonna go for the green one. He's gonna be like, it's sacrilegious for that creature to be in green. And he's casting a whole person on him.
You cast your spell on it. Is it permeates and waves over this creature, just disappears into thin air as it seems to have no effect on him?
He says, "Dang nabbit." And that's his action.
All right, Boris, what would you like to do?
So Boris is gonna kind of move this way a little bit, and as he does, he's gonna start singing. I'm starting my song. Bard can sing a song or play an instrument or recite a poem during combat. He may choose to give either +1 bonus to his allies, which is what I'm going to do. So I have to do it for 2 rounds before attempting other actions. So I don't know if it takes effect right away or if it takes effect in 2 rounds, but either way.
No, it takes effect automatically as you start it.
Okay.
Everybody else will have a +1 to all your rolls. So whatever you're adding now, add another +1 to everything.
Yeah, so I'm going to be like, beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it. And now
You have started your song. These creatures, let me just see. We'll start with X1. It doesn't like that spell that was thrown at it. It is going to move over towards you, Gil. And let's see what it's going to do first. It's going to try to claw you first. And the claw is going to miss barely. Oh, no. As a claw miss and you dodge out of the way, you see the top of it reach to you, these teeth and stuff, as it lunges at you and bites into you with a natural 20. Oh, that's not good because you'll take maximum plus. You will take 10 points of damage as it bites into you, Gil.
You hear the Dwarven cleric scream out, "Ah!"
Doom, doom.
There's that beat it.
Bites the dust.
You see those weapons, just slung around in the air, but it just bites into you, Gil, and just takes a pretty good chunk out of you. Rashinda, you're standing there watching all this.
Yeah. Rashinda. So is it each of these big squares is 10 feet then?
Yeah, roughly 10 feet. I mean, we ain't gonna be specific, but
yeah. So Rashinda will move up here. That's probably give or take 15, 20 movement speed, and she's gonna engage the one that's next to Grim.
Yeah, and you would have noticed after its friend a minute ago attacked Gil that it did nothing. It's just standing there like humming. You hear like a humming coming off of it, but it took no action at all at this point.
Okay. Well, she's gonna try and smack that one with her axe.
All right.
Okay. And she's gonna roll a nat 1. She's still kind of enamored by Grim and those rippling muscles of his that managed to strike that flint and steel just right.
I have that effect.
Grimmy, we are back to you then.
Oh, back to me? Okay. So this time I'm super pissed, like wearing a red cape type pissed. So I'm going to swing again. And this time I got a 14 on the die with Daniel's plus That gives me a 20 total.
A 20 total will hit this thing.
Yes. So my damage is crap. No, it's not actually crap. But,
Let's hope not.
yeah, battle axe is a d6 plus 1. Plus
And
2
whatever other
more.
bonuses.
Yeah, plus 2 more for raging, plus 1 for Daniel's thing. So it's going to be d6 plus 4.
Nice.
All right.
And I rolled a 4, so it's going to be 8 points of damage.
Yeah, you strike into this thing, and you definitely cut as you see like part rock and stone and stuff fly off of it, but it's still like making this humming noise as you definitely know you've made contact with it, but besides that, it has no reaction right now. Gillis.
Gillis takes a step back and starts casting Cure Light Wound upon himself.
All right, you can do that and roll your own HP back, be fine.
Ooh, 6 max, so 7 points of damage recovered.
All right, you do that. We will go to you, Boris.
Want to be starting something. Got to be starting something. Yeah, he has to sing for 2 rounds before he can do anything else. So he's just second round, obviously.
He is singing, keeping them going.
Yep.
X1 is on top of you, Gil. It is going to swing out with one of them with like a spear looking deal and the other one with this mace because it wants to show you how to use a mace. And the spear deal will miss. The mace will hit, 6 damage from the mace. Gil.
Yep. What I recovered, I'm just going to give right back almost.
And X2 is making this humming noise, but as it does, it's going to reach out towards you, Grim, with its claws. And it's going to miss with the claws. As it does, it turns and tries to bite into Rashinda standing there, but it also misses Rashinda. And we are up to you, Rashinda.
You hear Grim go, ha
ha! Okay. If I were to move Rashinda here, could she get any bonus to hit the creature from behind?
Nope, ain't no bonuses.
Oh, all right.
This ain't 7th E.
I'm gonna move her there anyway, just because it looks cooler anyway.
Yeah, that works.
So she's gonna move back, like trying to get behind this creature, but of course its arms are just sort of flailing everywhere. So she's not really entirely sure if she's actually at the back. But either way, she swings out with her axe and a dirty 20 to hit.
Yep, that hits it. A 20.
And as she brings her hand axe in, she does 2 points of damage.
Yeah, you knock some rock and stuff off of this creature and everything. It's still making like a humming noise coming from it, but you knock some into it for sure, you can tell. And how about the berserkers? We're back to you.
He's going to strike it again. But he's like, at this point, he's just like, you die, you foul bastard, smelling rot piece of shit. So will 18 hit it?
You miss it.
Jesus Christ. Okay. The +6 is not saving me.
Yep, you miss it.
So he whooshes through the air with his axe.
Gillis, this creature is on top of you, swinging all these weapons around.
Oh, brother. Yeah, he's going to burn through all of his spells and cast the last of his Cure Light Wound on himself.
All right.
He's spell tank.
Yeah, it's 3 + 1, 4 points of damage.
All right. Boris, you've sent this song out to everybody, and help them the best you can. What would you like to do now?
All right, so I'm going to keep it going, but I'm going to. You said there was like pickaxes and stuff on the ground.
Oh yeah, there's like pickaxes, shovels, and stuff on the ground.
Yeah. So seeing that these things look like they're stones falling off of them when they attack them, I'm going to grab a pickaxe, and I'm gonna say, "Try this," and I'm going to throw it to I guess would you be able to respond if I threw it to Berserker, or are you like out of communication?
It doesn't say that I can't respond to anything, but I mean, you could. I don't
You're a
have-
magic user, right, Crystal? I don't know what your character is actually. No, you're a fighter.
Yeah, well, Rashinda's a
Oh,
fighter.
I'm sorry. Okay, Crystal.
I'm a fighter. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. So I'm gonna say try this, and I'm gonna toss the pickaxe to Rashinda.
All right.
Can she just catch it without needing to do
Oh
anything?
yeah.
Like a
Okay.
baller.
You got it. That song helped.
Yeah, and I'll keep singing. I'll be like, I'll maybe break into like a guitar solo after I throw
And
it.
what is that? What does that song do for us again?
+1 all your rolls.
Okay.
Yep. Any roll you make, add a +1 to it on top of what you already.
Hey, does that also include the healing?
Yes.
Nope.
Oh,
okay.
sorry. I thought
Not
it was all rolls.
spells. Not spells like that. Nope. It would be like to hit, damage, and saving throws.
Gotcha.
All right, Boris, you do that. These two creatures, I mean, poor pitiful green. It's that green. It's that green. Gil, it's going to lash out with you with these weapons again. Oh my gosh, both of them missed the weapons. It doesn't like that, so it's going to try to bite into you now, Gil. And it will bite into you for 7 points of damage.
All right. Yikes! He's about to die.
Yeah, Gil's not looking too good. The X2 is going to, well, let's just see which one. It's going to look towards you, Grim, in front of it. And it's going to try to reach out and claw you. And the claws will hit for 3 points. And the bite will hit for 1 point. So 4 points total. Into Grim. And we're up to you, Rashinda.
Yeah, Rashinda drops her axe as she sees this pig coming in, and she grabs the pick out of the air and then swims or tries to swim into this thing anyway, but only rolls a 12. So she just can't quite get in there this turn.
Yeah, you're probably trying to get used to that pickaxe, maybe not handling one much before.
Mm-hmm.
Grimmy, we're back to you, Vin, as this thing has damaged you a little bit.
It did damage me?
Yeah, I thought you heard me. 4 points. It clawed and bit you for 4 points.
Oh, I thought it clawed and bit Rashinda, not me. Sorry.
Oh, no, it's Grim.
All right, cool. All right. So he's gonna grab his axe and he's gonna try and communicate. And he's gonna like look over at Rashinda, and he's gonna be like, "Woman, get your rump over there and help Greeny Boy before he ends up finding himself." And he just boom, attacks. Like he was trying to talk and then he just lost his mind again. So, I rolled a natural 20 that time.
All right, this is what you do. Take whatever weapon you're using, the maximum damage. You're using a battle axe or whatever?
Yes, sir.
So that would be 7, right? D6 plus 1?
Yes, sir.
So take the 7 and then just roll damage normal. Add roll it normal, add all the bonuses to what you roll, and then add 7 to that.
So that's going to be 3 plus 1 for 4, plus 2, 5, 6, plus 1 for what? Then it's 7. So it's 3 plus 7 is 10 more. So 17 points of damage.
Yeah, you strike into this thing, and it starts its legs. You see these very sturdy legs that it has. All the legs splay down on the ground, and you hear it breathing very hard, and you sense that it is not much left of it at all at this point.
Nice.
Gillis, what would you like to do?
Gillis is gonna do a fighting retreat to the location of X1. I don't know if you could do it.
You're going to move from X1, son?
Yeah, from
It is.
X1
it's
to
going.
X2.
If you move away from it, though, it's going to get a
free attack.
Yeah, one. It will try to at least claw you as you move away.
Yeah, he's gonna take that chance.
All right.
Oops, I'm sorry about that drawing here.
Oh no.
Oh, man.
It rolled a nat 20.
Oh,
Okay.
You will take 5 points of damage from the claws then.
Yikes. That's going to put me into -2.
-2. All right. Make me a saving throw at -2.
All right. Yeah. Ooh, failed.
You failed. You are unconscious right now. For right
Okay.
now. The rest of you see Gil go down and not moving right now, as far as you know.
Lady Cleric fell. We're going to go. Oh, geez.
And Boris, we're up to you.
All right. So X2 was vibrating, right? Or humming? Is it still doing
Yeah,
that?
like vibrating and humming. No, it's making like gurgling and noise. Even all of you could tell, but this thing is probably not got much life left in it. The humming and gurgling is pretty much stopped. I mean, the humming itself has stopped.
Okay. So he's going to switch to acapella and swing the lute behind him. And, he's got like when he swings the lute back, around him comes his bow. So he's got like the lute on one side and the bow on the other. He pulls the bow out and he's going to try to shoot arrows into X1.
All right.
Is it a short bow?
It's a short bow. Of course, it's
That means
dwarf.
you get 2 shots.
Two shots with the short bow. I'm not very good with it. But that's not going to hit because that's a 12 and a 10. So I shoot terribly at it. And then I say, oh shit.
You see the body of the cleric jerk as the arrows bury itself into him. Just kidding.
Hope not.
I didn't miss by that much. Come on.
You do that, Boris. X2 is just lying there in death throes. X1 is standing there looking over Gil. Let me see how it reacts to those arrows. Those arrows shoot past it, Boris. It does not appear to turn to face towards you at this point. It's just standing there kind of over Gil. As we go back to you, Grimmy.
So at this point, when this thing has hardly any life left in it, he's going to look back up at Rashinda again. And he's going to be like, on second thought, you finish this one. And I'm going to turn and just sprint as hard as I can over toward X1.
Yeah, you can move yourself over and attack X1. That's fine.
And I'm just going to just run across the cavern screaming and just barrel into it and just try and swing my axe into him. But apparently I step on some rocks. I got a 4 with my +6. I got a 10.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Probably not going to do it, but
Not going to do it.
flailing and hollering wildly.
You see Gil lying there. Gil, make me a saving throw. No modifiers at all. Just standard roll D20 for your save.
Come on, baby. I rolled 9. That's a fail.
All right, Gil. You went to the land of honey and mead, evidently.
No!
Yep. He's not moving at all now, Gil, is it? Boris, we're up to you then.
Don't pay the ferryman. So
Wait, what about me? I haven't got to go yet.
Yeah, you skipped her.
Rashinda, you're the last.
Yeah, I think you
okay.
went back to.
Yeah, we were started back at the top. Grimmy, Gil, Boris,
Okay,
the creature,
sorry,
and then you.
sorry.
Okay, yeah, sure.
I was thinking I
okay.
got to go sooner.
That thing moved over there. I mean, he's still in fight. This. I'm actually going to move. While singing. The death song. I don't know how far I can move. I want to observe this wall. I guess you can't see my. I'm going to observe this wall.
Where the land or that wall where the purple is?
Yeah, I'm just curious
from
if now the creatures are here, if it looks any different or anything to me, like if somehow they're drawn to it or they're being affected by it or whatever. Because the humming was interesting.
Perfect. Roll me a D6.
Yeah. 2 that time.
You hear behind the wall. I mean, the embers, just they haven't changed in intensity or whatever. I mean, it's just still the normal glow. But you hear from kind of behind that area of the cavern wall, you hear some rumbling.
Oh boy. So I'm like, rumble in the jungle. I just deleted myself.
It's not all right by me.
Yeah. So I point at the wall. So hopefully, I don't know if Grim, who's probably berserking right now, can tell what I'm talking about, but I pointed out to Rish.
Grim, roll me a 4d6 on your wisdom. If you need your wisdom score or less.
4d6.
Yep.
I've only got 3 in front of me, so we'll do those. So that's 3, 6, 7. Oh shit! So I got to get below a 3, or I got a 5. I missed it.
Yeah, you don't, Boris. You're trying to get his attention, but he's so berserking so bad on this new one he's moved to. He's not watching of what's you're trying to show him.
He's too busy trying to die.
But Rashinda can probably pick it up because she's right there, or no?
Rashinda, yeah, I'm going to say Rashinda can where she's at. She can probably see you pointing that way or making a motion. And she can react on her turn in a second. X2, Rashinda is just standing there in what you would know be death throes. It's not making any kind of action to move to you. X1, seeing Grim behind it, is going to try to, with his weapons, slice at him with that spear-looking deal and that scythe-looking deal. Ooh, it drops the scythe on the floor next to you for natural 1, Grim. It's laying on the floor next to you. The other one will hit for 3 points of damage, Grim.
Hey.
And we are up to you, Rashinda.
Okay, so this X2, you said it's in death throes. Does that mean it has no more HP, or?
You take that any way you want to. He is still alive, but it is in its death throes. How would you like to finish it handled?
Okay, so Rashinda will say to Boris, I kind of hit busy here now. And she's going to try and smack it with her pickaxe again.
Yeah, you can add whatever you add to your roll, add a number +2 as it's kind of prone down on the ground.
Okay. And I get a 6.
Oh, no.
Lord, throw that dice away.
Yeah, I'm using my online roller.
Throw the computer away.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you somehow miss it. And well, back to you, Grimmy, then.
All right. So wildly, he drops this weapon, and he's like, looks back up at the creature's like one eye in the chest, and he's like, I have that effect. And he swings. So this time I got a 14 plus the 6, which gives me the dirty
20. Yeah, modified 20 hits.
dirty 20, I guess, which Crystal calls it. Yeah.
I hate that term. Modified 20.
Modified 20. All right. So it's D6 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1. So D6 plus 4 still. All right. And for a full 10 points of damage.
All right, man. You slicing into this thing good, chipping away at it. It's still standing pretty strong, but you chop into it pretty well. Pretty good, you think.
And then you hear, again.
Yeah, you see also, Grimmy, some of the stuff fly off of it and hit Gil's body, but Gil's body doesn't move, of course. Boris, we're up to you then.
Okay, so do I think that the rumbling is like something magical that's controlling these creatures, or I do just think more shit's coming?
The rumbling is getting louder as you think it's something that's coming this way.
Okay. Boris is not a fighter. If that wasn't clear already. So he's gonna well, I deleted myself again. He's gonna go like this. And if he can do that, he's gonna no, he's still playing the lute. He's back to playing the lute again. He's just like, if he's gonna die, he's gonna get tied. He's like the band on the Titanic. He's just playing as they go down.
All right. You were kind of hiding there around the corner. X2, Rashinda, I'm going to help you out a little bit, maybe. I tried. X2 is lying there still in death throes. You heard it gurgle even more. You thought maybe it wasn't moving, but it is still moving. Does nothing else. X1 looks towards you, Grim, with these weapons. One of them will hit for 4 points, Grim, as it swings those weapons toward you and slices into you, Grim. Rashinda, we're up to you.
Okay, Rashinda is going to attempt to pick the thing again.
Yeah,
add that 20.
I often say add that +2. Nat 20?
Dirty 20.
Oh, okay. Modified 20, yeah.
Is that a D6 for the pickaxe, or?
You tell me what you want to do as it had 1 HP left.
Oh, okay, cool. How big is this thing again? Or how high up was it tie? About the size of a human's head?
Probably about 3 to 4 foot off the ground. You would think maybe 5. Probably looking
Okay,
you
cool.
and I. Probably almost looking you and I in a way.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's a little higher because what I'd like for her to do is to like jump up like on its knee, and then she like piles off its knee and plunges this dagger into the eye, and then she like pulls it back down to the ground and like slams it into the ground. And as she pulls the pickaxe out, it just like this green stuff is oozing out of the eye.
Yeah, you see the green blood pouring out on the ground as X2 is finished. Grimmy, we're back to you then.
All right. Grimmy looks down at himself, sees he's starting to get bloodied pretty good at this point, and he's just like, "No, that's what I'm talking about." And he rolls. Shit. I got a 16 total. I don't think that's enough.
Even with all your bonuses, yeah.
Yeah.
That's not going to hit it.
So I whoosh with my giant axe past him.
You scuff Gillis's boot as he's still not moving. Boris, we're up to you.
So, he finishes the guitar solo and whips his lute around his back, and the bow comes forward. He's going to try to shoot again. I mean, he's got nothing to lose at this point.
All right.
That is an 18 plus 1. That's a 19.
Your arrow almost hits it as it flies by the corner of it.
Yeah, so he looks at it and he goes, "Oh boy." And he shoots again. And he misses by him. So that time he's like scared. So he shoots and gets a 3. So it shoots off wildly.
All right. The first thing we will do is, Rashinda, you're standing there as you finish that one off. You see down there with the garnets and stuff in that wall, you hear rumbling now yourself, Rashinda. And you will see, I will put this up there first, as this bursts through the wall of the garnets, but I will show you a picture of what you see. Maybe. You see another one of these creatures burst through, but this one has what appears to be like almost a sachet or some type of gold-looking belt or something around the center of it as it bursts through, and it's much larger than those two. It looks at you, Rashinda, and make me a saving throw. You're muted, Crystal.
I asked if I got a +1 from the Bard song.
Oh, I didn't hear you at all. You were muted.
Yeah, sorry. But it doesn't matter because I rolled in that one.
Oh no. You hear in your mind, in Dwarven language, Rashinda, you hear in your mind, "Leave this cavern now. This is our cavern. Go back to yours and never come back."
Okay.
And you can respond to that on your turn, but that's what you hear from it right now. X1 is going to look towards you, Grim, and this time it's going to try to claw into you it's dropped that scythe, so it's going to try to claw into you with that, and it's going to miss, and the bite will hit, though, for dad burn it, 1 point of damage. So Grim, he bites into you just barely for 1 point. Gillis is still lying there. Daisies are starting to come up around his body. Or maybe garnet. Maybe garnets. Probably garnets are growing up, yeah. Boris, we're up to you.
Okay, so I heard the thing burst through the wall, but of course I didn't see it because I'm hiding. So how reasonable would it be for me to run like hell through that door?
Did you come through?
Yeah, without getting hit by X1.
You're going to have to go between Gil's body and it. I mean, you can probably make it, though, if you want to.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
Brave Sir Boris. Sir Boris ran away.
Well, this is a narrow entrance, right? So he knows he's no good out in the thing. So he's going to try to get out here to like a narrow spot. And if something comes, he'll wait there, but he'll wait with his bow.
Yeah, you can still have enough visual right there in that area. Sure.
Yeah.
Rashinda, you heard that voice in your mind in Dwarven language about, this is our cavern, leave it and never come back. Go back to yours. And you can do whatever you want to with that now.
Like, so did he cast fear on me?
No, you don't notice any difference in yourself. You just heard like that telepathic voice in your mind, though.
Okay.
You're still you.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
I figured he cast. I figured that while I was doing a spell save was because I thought he cast fear.
Nope.
Okay, so Rashinda's going to move up here with Grim. Before she runs to him, she says to that creature, "I'll be right with you." And then she runs towards that creature with that Grim is on. She's going to try and hit it. 15 to hit. No, I'm sorry. No, that'll be 17 to hit.
17 will miss it.
Okay. So yeah, she bounces off its armor.
All right. You're trying to attack X1. Okay. We're back to you then, Grimmy, as Rashinda has come over to help you, and you hear Boris's song permeating from the entrance that you come in, of course.
All right. So I'll look over at Rashinda. She arrives, and I say, "Oh, it's nice for you to join the party, lass." Roll the dice. I got a modified 21.
Yep, that will hit this thing.
Hey. Make sure I'm tracking the number of rounds that I'm berserked. I hit it actually for another 10 points of damage.
Perfect. This thing is green fluid is pouring out of it now. It's still standing. It kind of sways a little bit, but it is still standing right now. Boris, what would you like to do?
Of course you're here.
So, do I have a clear shot at the one with the belt on?
No, not from there. I mean, I would say. I mean, you can try. I would give you a -2 though to hit because it hasn't moved anywhere from the walls.
Okay.
In there
Yeah.
yet.
So yeah, it would be okay. All right. So I will continue to sing and wait where I'm at. If the thing pops out, I'll shoot my bow at it. But otherwise, I'm waiting.
Yeah, I'm going to do a held action because it is fixing to move, and I'll let you have one shot at it when it moves.
Okay. Fair enough.
It is going to move. You see it move to kind of right there by those lanterns, just ahead of it. All right, take your one shot.
All right. This is my one shot. Just like Eminem. Speaking of one.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Y'all are terrible.
Roll me a D6.
I'm the worst bard ever.
We're like the second stringer dwarves.
For
Rush.
You got a 6.
A 6?
Yep.
You hear your bowstring kind of, but it's still taut enough that you look down at it like you're a little bit worried about your bowstring now.
Oh boy. Okay. I better make sure I pick up that electric on my way on electrum.
X1 is going to turn its attention towards you still, Graham. Wow, man, it has some horrible rolls. It will hit with the bite again, but only for 2 points, Grim.
Oh, well. Only is good.
You see in Grim, you can probably catch the eye of this X3 that has moved there, and you can see how it's a little bit different with like this gold belt or gold, whatever it is around it. Mm-hmm. And it starts vibrating some. And as it does, the whole earth near where all of you are, Gil's body, X1, Grim, and Rashinda, it just starts shaking and vibrating as the cavern starts falling in. Rashinda, you and Grim make a saving throw.
Uh-oh. And this is the green one that's doing this?
No, this is the one that's moved in, the other one, X3.
Gotcha. Okay.
Shake, shake, shake.
Shake the
Damn it.
Is this considered magic?
It is.
Okay. I get a +2 to magic, so. All right. And I ask this every time because
You get +4 to magic.
You get +4 because you're a dwarf.
Well, see, I didn't know if I got to add my dwarf bonuses or not. So
I don't see why not.
Well, because it didn't say it in the instructions, so I wasn't.
Yeah,
sure.
you can add all of it.
Okay,
I don't care.
so I
That's
need
a
to
total of 6.
I need to
Nice.
get under, right?
Saving throw, no, equal to over.
Oh, okay. So I get to add 4 to this. I rolled a 1, so I'm still not gonna make it.
Oh,
All right, don't worry, Rush. I rolled a 2.
oh no.
Run,
Well,
Boris, run.
When the walls come tumbling.
Yes.
Both of you, as the ground falls in, you see it swallow Gil's dead body, just fall straight down into the cavern. You see X1 fall down, and Grim and Rashinda, both of y'all will take 8 points of damage as y'all fall down into a black pit in the ground.
Not good.
Nice.
So I fall into the pit and go unconscious.
You fall into this.
Hello,
You have a
darkness,
cavern.
my old friend.
Are you right at 0?
I'm at -3.
-3. Make me a saving throw at -3.
Okay. So, well, I rolled a 20. -3 is 17.
Hey, you made it. You're back. You're conscious with 1 HP.
Nice.
Roll when I'm not trying to kill something.
Right.
Rashinda, you failed. Are you still up?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right.
That was the first damage I took.
All right. X1, when it falls in there, it doesn't fall on y'all, luckily. You're able to fall in different areas. You see it not moving at all.
Oh, okay.
It is not moving as you're laying there hurt real bad, Grimmy. Rashinda, we are up to you as you're looking in nothing but, of course you can see if you're dwarf vision, but it's pretty dark down in this cavern area that you've fallen into.
Okay. Rashinda tosses her pickaxe down to the dwarf laying on the ground, and she says, "Here, use this on the bastards." And then she will take her her rope and toss it up. I don't actually have a grappling hook, so I'm gonna say what I'll do is I'll tie a knot into one end and I'll toss that knot up, and then she'll shout to someone up there like, "Hey, secure the rope somewhere."
I'm sorry, nobody's home.
All right.
So if I can do all that in one turn.
You're trying to do that. Grimmy, what would you like to do?
So Grim's gonna immediately just shoulder his axe and grab his backpack, and you see him just like start. He like whips the leather top of his hands, just like this, and he pulls out a coiled rope with a grappling hook attached.
Nice.
And he goes, "Ooh," and throws it up there. Literally written on my sheet.
All right. You're throwing it up to try to secure it somewhere?
Yep, just trying to get it up there.
Roll me your strength. If you got any bonuses for strength, you can
I do.
add that +1 or anything else.
So just a D20.
You still got the song, the +1 from the song deal too, going.
Okay. So it's D20.
Yep, just roll. Well, just roll me a D20 and that'd be fine for this.
All right, so with the +2, we got a 15.
Yeah, you feel like you got it fairly secure up there somewhere. You don't know exactly what on, but it seems like when you tug and pull it, it's pretty secure.
All right.
We
went into the top of the monster's head, and now the monster's choking.
So I'm gonna pull the rope tight, and I'm just gonna look at Rashinda and I go, "After you, lady."
We're looking at Gillis's body, but it's just battered and beat as it's falling down here. Gillis is not with us at all anymore. Boris, you would have seen around the edge there. You would have seen all that fall in there, and all of your friends fall in. Roll me 4d6 on your wisdom, though, Boris, real quick first before you do anything.
All right. 5, 10, 15. 21. I think that's probably over my wisdom.
You don't see the grappling hook secured to something up there, then you missed that. What would you like to do?
Lots of dust and stuff falling. I see them drop into a hole. I still see the creature, the
X3? Yeah, let me take X1 off because he's gone. You see X3 standing there.
So I see he's wearing a belt. Excuse me.
Bless you.
I tried to mute really quickly, but I think I see he's wearing this like belt with like symbols and stuff on it. Can I use my lore to see if I know anything about it? Or is that required?
Yeah, I'll let you do that. Sure,
Okay.
Let's try it out.
All right. I haven't used my lore power, so I rolled a 3, and I'm on 4th level. So
I think you need
3.
a
So I just make it.
Yeah, a quick look at this belt, you can probably tell it's very valuable, but it's probably either all gold and mixed with some kind of jewels or gems that you can see adorned across of it.
Mhm.
Looking at it, it appears to be some type of valuable belt that was. You don't know where it would be from, though. I mean, it looks kind of strange and foreign made, but you know it's very valuable and possibly could be imbued with some type of magical properties, or may not be.
Okay. All right. That being the case, and me being a terrible archer, I'm gonna I'm gonna move like a bit back and try to get into the shadows and just listen to see what happens. But you can just hear me singing very softly.
When you do that, Boris, as you're moving back, you see also X3 is it moves and moves and moves and goes back and disappears into the entrance it made through that wall of garnets. It's gone.
Okay, good.
And we're up to you, Rashinda.
Rashinda will grab that rope and begin to climb up.
Yeah, roll me strength, 3d6 on your strength.
Rising up.
Don't forget the
Back
plus.
on your feet.
It'd be -1. You could add -1 because you had the deal from the bard, but this would be a minus. So
Yeah. Okay.
Took my time, took my chance.
Oh my God! I rolled a nat 20.
on 3d6,
Oh, sorry. No, see, I did that on purpose just to.
if you wrote a nat 20 on 3d6, I'm going to be a little worried.
Yeah.
Calling shenanigans at this point.
The best you could do is a dirty 20.
I got a total of 8 on that.
And what's your strength?
Oh, my strength is 12.
Yeah, you work your way up, Rashinda, to the top, and
And that's my highest stat.
oh wow. Yeah, when you get up to the top, you don't see anything. You don't see Boris. You don't see the creature where it was standing a minute ago. It's still and quiet in here again.
Get up here, Grim. I don't see anyone. We're gonna have to hunt that thing down, avenge our comrades.
All right, hold on just a minute then. If figured the coward would run off. So I'm going to walk over to Gil's body and I'm going to take the other, because it's 50 foot of rope. And so I'm going to take the other end of the rope and I'm going to tie it like around his waist under his arms. And then I'm going to climb out. The idea is I'm going to climb out, then turn around and use the rope and pull him up, because I'm not going to leave a dwarven priest lying in a hole.
Yeah, roll me 3d6 on your strength to get yourself out of the hole.
Shit, that's gonna be close. 5, 10, 15. I got a 15 under a 16.
Oh yeah, I mean you're hurt real bad yourself, but you're able to maneuver finally. It takes you longer than it did Rashinda, but you're able to get up there.
Yeah.
Rashinda will actually help him pull that body up.
All right, you can do that. Y'all can secure and pull Gil's lifeless body up.
If I hear them calling up back and forth to each other, I'll kind of pop out of the shadows and I'll say,
you would eventually hear him, Boris.
Yeah, and I'll say, be wary. The creature comes only when we are in the room. I've taken a strategic position out here to make it leave so you could get free. Because I am the true hero.
Strategic.
We don't need another hero. And that's
yes. So I'm gonna take my fingers as I hoist Gil's body up, and I say, "True hero, whatever," and I just poke him really hard in the arm. I say, "Whatever you do," I point down at Gil, and I was like, "You write well about this lad." He's like, "I saw him over there fighting this thing by himself. He's not even a warrior, and he still fought it to the death. That's a true hero right there." Yeah. So I don't know if we're gonna stay in the room or if we're gonna pull out through that hole there or what we're gonna do, but I've kind of got Gil like up under my arm.
Yeah, I mean, we should get into this hallway where I am, I suggest.
Yeah.
And I say, it seemed to be drawn into the room when we were in there, and the vibrations of the other creature, and it also gave out vibrations. So I'm assuming that's some kind of mating call. much like the
Yeah, you would.
he blushes. Uh,
Sorry.
so I think we need to tread carefully, so to speak. Oh, you look quite hurt. Well done, by the way. Well done.
It's only a scratch. But I'll tell you this. If they want people to come down here to dig those Farragon garnets off that wall, they need to send down more men than they sent today. That's for sure.
There's only one left. And it seems to be wearing a magical belt.
It's also huge. And we're down to
Dwarven magic. Magic of the Dwarven warriors.
You gonna let this dwarf die for nothing? Is that it, Grim?
No, but I need to rest for a while.
Such a belt will make you the most powerful warrior.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit down on the ground inside the thing because I am now in my exhausted state for the next 10 minutes because my 9 rounds is gone, so I'm at -2 on everything.
Yep, and you're at 1 HP.
Yes, that too. So, yeah. Grim is basically sits down and up against the wall, just completely covered in his own blood and green blood and everything else.
Well, you did a good job. But you really did a good job, he says to Rashid. I think we can beat this thing.
Sorry, I missed most of that. My headset went out for a moment. I had to plug it in for charging.
That's okay. I know. I just said I sat down up against the wall, completely drenched in my blood, the creature's blood, with 1 HP left. And
well, I think since we have to wait a little bit for you to rest up, and Boris being a little bit frazzled but not really hurt, he'll actually take Gil's body and maybe start to drag it up to where the electrum is. He says, "I'll be back. Rest up. Be safe. Don't get killed by these creatures while I'm gone. I need to be able to document it properly if somebody dies." And then he's going to take Gil and start dragging him towards the...
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, towards the electrum. I guess we're going to wait it out because I don't think at -2 and 1 hit point, he's probably going to want to... I mean, I don't know if you want to anyways. If you're planning on not going to fight the creature, then we can all just leave. But
I don't know yet. Is this a good spot for us to do a 10-minute or 5-10-minute bathroom break?
Yeah, or we can actually, depending on what action y'all want to be, we might be close to the end. If y'all, if y'all want to continue tracking, that's up to y'all. Y'all let me know if you want to continue tracking this creature.
All right. I'll be back in a minute.
All right.
Well, let's just do 5 minutes then so we can pee in.
Yeah, let's do 5-minute break in.
I mean, I'm fully charged.
Huh.
Me too, guys. I'm all ready to go.
Hey, Yang, are you still there?
Yep, I'm still here.
I'm gonna send you a private message real quick on here.
Cool.
I'm back.
Yep, I'm here
as
too.
well.
So I'm guessing the kobolds were actually friendly and had the solution to kill these things. So we just took them out.
Huh.
Just when the kobolds know anything good.
You'll have to run an adventure now, Tony, where we're all kobolds, and that we find a bunch of, well, assuming we get to them, we find a bunch of Electrum. And then in the ending story part, we're leaving and
Get murdered by dwarves.
get bored by dwarves.
Whew. Well, let's see. We've done halflings, dwarves. I guess elves will have to be next, but I don't.
We really have to. We really also have to find the weakness of those creatures, like we could have told, and then like they kill us all.
What was that, Crystal? I missed it.
I said, and in that game where we're all going to be kobolds, we actually have to find the weakness of these creatures. Like
Oh,
we
I
find
see.
some statue or something, you know, and it's like there's an inscription on it that's like, you know, if you speak the magic word, you know, whatever, the creature will explode, and like, and then the adventurers come and kill us all.
It's like, that's what you get for being a murder hobo.
Yeah. For just assuming that something like a kobold would be evil because it's a kobold.
Well, I'm pretty sure that well, maybe I'm just going by BX things, but kobolds are like one of the main enemies of dwarves, I think.
I know
goblins
goblin,
are,
goblin,
yeah,
and
goblins are
kobold.
for elves, right? But dwarves are kobolds, at least in BX. Now I have to look. I'm just curious.
Yeah, I don't know
No,
either.
goblin. No, dwarves hate goblins in BX. I'm fairly sure. I'm like 99.9% sure.
I'm gonna look it up right now. I mean, everybody hates goblins, but you know.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's gnomes with the kobolds. I know somebody attacks them on sight. I think it might be gnomes.
I don't remember.
I thought it was dwarves. I could have swore it was dwarves.
Let's see. Looking it up right now.
I
'Cause-
don't think so. It might be though.
Because I played a dwarf before, and that was like, and that became a thing. Like whenever I see
Goblins.
that creature on sight.
Yeah, goblins. Dwarves hate goblins and will usually attack on sight.
Yeah, because I remember one time, it was like I think it was that Thousand Tower. We came across a group of goblins, but like they were all kind of just like looking at us cautiously, but they didn't do anything. And like my character was in the back, and so when I was like, "Oh, does my character see them?" You're like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Kill them all!" And I shot my crossbow because I was playing a dwarf, so I was like, "Yeah, fucking, I'm just gonna attack them."
There you go. Yeah, okay, it's gnomes. Gnomes, like most dwarves, but war with goblins and kobolds who steal their precious gold. They will usually attack kobolds on sight. So if you're a gnome, you attack kobolds on sight. Dwarves, goblins. I knew it was one of those. I mean, it makes sense because gnomes are like kind of crappy dwarves, and like kobolds are kind of crappy goblins. That creature is the grossest, scariest thing I've seen in a long time.
This one?
Yeah. Just like the way that's drawn and colored and stuff. It's just nasty.
Huh.
Because like that pinky color and stuff, it almost looks fleshy. Because, you know, the other ones were more, I don't know, cartoony. Like this almost just looks weird. Like,
Huh. Huh.
The board does not like that.
He will write stories for ages to come.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I've used I was trying to make sure I tried all the powers. The song thing's pretty cool. I like that.
Uh,
That's actually kind of like second edition, except in second edition you have to do it before the combat, and it lasts for like a bunch of time. But it just gives a bonus to the group.
But you just do it like before combat, and
Yeah, it has to be before.
kind of
It's
like a spell in a
rousing
way.
speech. Yeah, exactly. You basically like get them pumped up before combat, like we're gonna do this, and then you all sing, we are the champions or whatever,
Right.
and then it like lasts for a certain amount of time. But I like this because that way you don't have to overthink it. You can use it once the combat starts, but it still requires you to kind of like not just I use it and I just move on. So I kind of like that. That works out well.
there's this sign outside of some mystic place, and it says prophecy classes will be canceled due to unforeseen circumstances.
All right, Morty, you're back. I mean, Morty. It says Morty, but it's Grimmy.
Yeah, Morty the Hand.
Roll rush.
I'm sorry, said what?
You ready to roll?
Yes, sir. I just had to take care of one of the dogs.
That works. Boris, as you're taking the body of the cleric back to that bag of platinum, you hear heavy footsteps, whoom, 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 walking down from the direction of the entrance. Yang, who are you going to be playing as you're walking up on Boris?
I'm going to be playing Duri Borga, another Dwarven fighter. And you see him rush down there, and he says, I've been sent down here to assist ye. The quest giver thought that perhaps another axe wielder might help. And he shows up wearing a plate mail and a large battle axe.
And all green, right?
No.
Oh.
So Boris muses to himself, why do they always send the Scottish dwarfs? And then he points down the hall. Run into that large room all the way to the very end. There's a wall of gems. The creature's back there. I suggest hitting it very hard multiple times.
Aye, laddie. And then you see him run down there.
Yep, you hear Rashinda, you and Grimmy hear, heavy footsteps, heavier than what Boris usually makes as you see this other dwarf with his big axe come running up on you.
They sent some more reinforcements, did they? Well, Grim and I pretty much already got this whole situation wrapped up, but if you want to join us, I suppose you can tag along.
Aye, I'm here to assist ye. You're the real hero here.
So, guys, Grimmy stands up. First, I would offer to Daniel the answer of, because as you say, we're not new school players, we're old school. So Grimmy would stand up, still completely smeared, blood smeared all over him, and he just kind of spit on the ground. And as Dury walks up, he'd reach out with his fist and just kind of, thunk him on his shoulder in sort of a welcome and say, I hope you brought your I hope you packed a lunch, boy.
I got me dwarven ale for me.
These things aren't easy. And this last one, she's a big one.
What were you fighting?
I look inside the thing. X1 should still be laying there, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yeah, that one's is
So
over there.
I'd point over there and say 3 legs, 3 arms, a big mouth, only much bigger than that one.
A mouthy enough to fit all of us, eh?
Aye. You don't happen to have any bandages or anything, would you?
I can help you with that. So, actually, Boris is going to go up to you and pull a flask and hand it to you, and he's going to say, I'm going to help you out here. Drink this. And then he says, this is very important. Don't let the thing hit you again.
Aye,
And you'll be okay. I know that you focus a lot on hitting it, but try to not get hit.
He just kind of grumbles and he snatches the potion away and he looks at it. And he looks over at Boris and he's like, shrugs. He pulls the cork off and he quickly downs it.
Yeah, it's water. But, you know, you feel refreshed.
So he pulls it away and he's like, I've had much worse. That's not the worst healing potion I've ever had. Usually they taste like piss, not that I know what piss tastes like. I'm just saying that's what I imagine it would taste like. But anyway, here, and he hands the thing back.
Thank you. This is a very
Absolutely.
valuable potion, and I'm glad that it helped you. Now, just don't get hit.
Absolutely no increase in XP, but suddenly I feel better.
Hey, Tony, I got a quick question for you.
Yep.
In your games, do you still allow us to roll 1d6 and do recovery of hit points after battle?
Yeah. Grimmy could do that. He could bind his own wounds for a D6. You sure can.
Yeah, Dury's gonna help him, bind his wound, I guess.
Can I use my bind wound on someone else?
You can, but they have to make a saving throw, and if they fail, you actually hurt them worse than what you heal them.
Well, let me go first.
Then I'll bind my own wounds. It's 1d6.
Yep, 1d6.
Well, hallelujah. I rolled a 6.
Perfect.
Oh, perfect.
Which
Maybe.
means I'm still really hurt. But it's okay. It's better than 1.
Yeah, you look good. You look good. I'm glad that helped refresh you.
Well, you did better than I did. I never could get a hang of these bandages.
I look at Boris and I say, that's pretty good and much tastier. Where did you get that?
It's from my homeland.
Aren't we from the same homeland, boy?
Maybe. Then he winks.
I look over at the other two and I go, bards. And I hoist my axe back on my shoulder and say, Ronnie, what are we going to do? We going to chance it or not?
Of course we are. Of course we are. Why would we not be chasing after the damn thing that killed our ally?
So this is what I'm going to tell you my strategy, and this is what we're going to do, I guess, unless people have a problem with it.
Does it
as we
involve
go
not getting
past-
hit?
Yeah. When we go down there, when we walk past this area, I'll just put Grim there so you can. For some reason, my name disappeared. Right in this area here where I just put Grim. When we walk past her, I'm going to smash on the ground my oil flasks to make a pool of oil there. And then I'm going to say, we'll go in and fight the creature. And if we have to beat a hasty retreat, we can throw fire at it to keep it away from us and possibly hurt it.
Your name didn't disappear.
It did for me.
Yeah, I don't see it either. All I see is Resh and Grim at the top.
Maybe,
Yeah, Boris is gone.
maybe I need to refresh. Oh,
Oh, now I'm
look at
back.
that. There you are.
There we go.
I think you guys were zoomed in too close.
Yeah, I'm zoomed in pretty close on mine.
So when he says that, I'm going to be like, and he puts his axe down on the ground, leans it on the ground and leans the pommel of the haft up on his hip, and he grabs his backpack and he immediately sees his hands go blap, 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 start going back inside again. For an old crotchety man, he digs through this backpack like he's a child, and he just starts rummaging all through it. And you hear clinkety clank clank clink clank, and he pulls out another large flask of oil. And he hands it to you, and he's like, "That's a good plan, lad. Take this one."
Perfect. Yeah.
And
go ahead, sir.
He goes padding back through it again. He pulls out a crowbar. He's like, "You don't need one of these, do you?"
No, not currently, but thank you.
Right. And he puts his crowbar back in there, and he pulls out like a little tiny shovel. He's like, "How about this? You want it? You need this?"
Shovel could be useful, but no, not yet.
Okay. And he puts it back in. He closes everything back up. And so he's like, "Sounds like a good idea to me.
Okay.
Let's let it burn first. Then we'll kill it."
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I came to die anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just saying, set fire to it first, then we'll kill it.
Oh, you want to throw fire on it as well? Okay, we can do that.
I mean, dude.
Yeah. No, that's good. I was saying as a way to block our retreat, but we can throw some oil flasks down here. I'm assuming you can see me, Boris. And then, so when everybody goes past, I'll smash a couple here, but I won't light them up. And then I'll take the one he just gave me in my hand. And when we get, through the wall, if we see the creature in here, then I'll throw the flask of oil at it. A flame, like I'll light it up.
Just don't set me on fire, boy.
I have terrible aim, though. I mean, so let me throw it before you all come.
Rashinda, you and Boris both would have seen, y'all would have known that, it made a hole in this wall through the garnets here is where it come through and exited back.
Yeah.
Just for information.
Yeah, because I'm mostly concerned that if it starts chasing us, if we're going down, then I want to make sure we do retreat. I can try to throw it at it. I'm not very dexy. As you noticed, I shot like 6 arrows and didn't hit one.
So how about this? Why don't you try making a big giant puddle of that there oil right in front of that hole, and I'll light a torch, and we'll bait the bastard to come out. And when he does, he comes standing up there looking all pretty with his big fancy belt on, and then I'll throw the torch at his feet, and we'll set the little bastard on fire. What do you think of that?
And then we'll axe him.
Yes. Then that.
Well, ask him a question.
Pardon me. What do you think of that?
I think that's a good idea, except for as soon as we light him on fire, he's going to run back into the room, and then we'll have to wait because he's
We'll
not
chase him in there.
But then we got to run through the fire.
Yeah, let's just do over here.
I tell you what. You handle the fire.
Okay.
And I hold up my axe and go, I'll handle this.
I've read many a story about how to do this.
That's what
Brave
I get for
warrior.
thinking.
Let me take the blows, and you strike him when he's busy attacking me.
Grim's going to grab that pickaxe again.
All right.
Yeah, so then like in slow motion, we'll like walk towards this thing.
You mean Rashinda grabs the pickaxe, right?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
All right. I just want to make sure. I thought maybe you was trying to say you gave one to Grim too, but okay, I got you.
No.
All right, so that's what I want to do. I mean, my plan is I'll be last because I'm gonna if everybody does what I suggested, when we get to this point, I'm gonna smash this oil down behind me.
Yep, you're gonna throw oil on that area right up there, Boris.
Yeah, and I'm gonna take a torch. Actually, before we walk in here, I'll light a torch and I'll leave the torch on the ground, like right there, or
Next
stick it
to
in the
the
wall
hole?
or whatever. Yeah, not hopefully so it won't catch.
Draw a puddle. So
Oh, yeah,
where the oil is, so that
There you go. Yeah, I'm gonna put the oil here.
there. Okay, right between
All right.
the torches. Gotcha.
Then I'm gonna put a torch like just up over here on the ground. That way, like when we're
I got you.
so that way, worst case scenario, we're running out, or more likely me because they'll all be dead. I'm gonna run this way and then grab the torch and then throw it back.
Okay, you got the oil poured. Are y'all staying there in that area where you're at, or you can move?
Well, I think
down?
I'm guessing that they're gonna be. I don't want to move people's characters, but I'm doing it.
No,
anyway.
go ahead. Put me where I need to be, so that
Yeah, I'm thinking that they're gonna move in like this. All of us are. Like, I'm gonna put the torch there first, then I'll go here. While I'm doing this, they're gonna approach the door, assuming they can sneak up on it, and we can all be together. That's fine. But I think the plan is to peek in here, see where the creature is, and then just be like, ah!
Yeah, this big opening is probably it's wide enough. Kind of the opening you come in through to get into that first cavern. You know, it's enough for one person to go through probably at a time.
So
We have
I would only change the plan one little bit.
Go ahead.
Instead of putting the torch on the back side of it, I would put the torch like right here. Right there. Ooh, sorry. I would put the torch like right here. So that way, as you're running out, you just snatch the torch, run through the oil, and then just throw it behind you. You don't have to stop when you're running.
Okay.
I may be overthinking it though.
Yeah. I'm just nervous that I'm going to have to stop to pick up the torch anyways. I'd rather stop on the other side.
Okay. Well, it's your plan, lad.
Oh,
That's
it's
fine.
different color stuff too.
I know. Look at that.
Your torch is fancy.
It is fancy.
Rashinda and Duri they're already fleeing the area, leaving y'all there.
I don't know. I didn't touch my character. One thing I want to ask real quick. With that shovel, where Daniel drew the little puddle at, would we quickly be able to like make a little ditch there?
Oh, like how deep?
And then fill it up? Not very deep, just deep enough that we could pour the oil in there and kind of make like a little pool, you know.
It's going to take you about 10 minutes a turn, we'll say.
Okay, nope, I'm not going to do that.
I said it's not a good idea because we don't want to wait. We want to do it fast.
Yeah.
Like my concept is that like literally you guys are. Oh, sorry, Grip. I'm just drove through you. You guys are more or less like coming into this room to attack it, and when you're doing it is when I'm smashing the oil, so we don't make any extra noise.
Yeah, makes sense to me. Let's do it.
I like Grim.
You know, Resh will lead the way, I guess. Or unless Grim wants to.
Jury said let him take the hit, so we're gonna put him up front.
Oh, okay.
All right, Dewey, you're going to go through the little passageway, but this thing is made into this other cavernous room.
Yeah.
Yep, you walk in there, and do you actually go into it or stay in the kind of in the
Well, he's
hallway
gonna
part?
take a peek. He's bold, but he's not crazy, so he's gonna take a little peek inside to see what's in there.
You see the creature depicted in that photo that they described to you. This large, what appears to be some kind of gold belt or something around it. You see it sitting in the corner there, and it's just sitting there, and you hear a kind of humming noise coming off of it. It doesn't seem to notice you.
How far away is that creature away from
That
where I
would
am?
be 10, 20, 30, we'll say 30 feet.
30 feet. Okay. I see. Yeah, he's gonna turn back and tell Grim. It's like it seems like the creature is about 30 feet away from where I am.
And you notice that this whole room is covered, the walls are covered with garnets and precious metals. I mean, this room is just full of valuable metals and garnets on the wall.
Resh is going to give Duri the time to, like, charge and attack it. Like, she's not going to say anything. She's just making a, like with her pickaxe, like, pointing out, like, charge,
Yeah, Jerry's gonna talk to Grim and says, should I charge and attack it, Axemaster?
Okay, if you're not going to do anything, Resh rushes in. She's going to go attack this creature.
Rash, roll initiative first, then.
Okay. 3.
Grimmy, what'd you roll?
I rolled a 2.
Grim on a 2. What about Dury?
2.
And our bard.
5.
You can lead us out, Boris, as you see Rash kind of push Dury out of the way and charge into this room.
Okay. Yeah. So I get the lute out and I just like, and I'm like, I start singing, I've paid my dues time after time. And I start going into a little queen action. And I'll kind of stand over here so I don't die.
All right. Are you giving that +1?
Yep.
All right. Everybody has that +1 again to hit, attack, damage, and saving throws if you have to make one, plus other bonuses you may have. Mm-hmm. You do that. Rashinda, you're on a 3.
Fuck. Well, I'll need to know for later anyway. Is the pickaxe a D6 or a D6 +1?
D6.
Okay. Well, she rushes in with her shield up and her pickaxe, charging a Dwarven battle cry. And I'm going to say, like, she gets to it, but doesn't have time to attack as she rolled an 8.
Yeah, you run up on this thing and try to swing at it. You know, it's making this humming noise as it's sitting there. Acts like it's not paying attention to you. It had a 3 also. And as you miss it, its eye looks up towards you. Make me a saving throw, and you can have the magic bonus.
Okay. And that also includes the +1, right?
Yep.
Okay. Nat 20.
Yeah, you in your mind you feel weird for just a moment. As you just I don't know, you just feel weird about it as you try to slug it off. But as you do, this thing reaches fastly and tries to bite you also. And it is going to let's see.
17.
It is going to it's going to miss you barely. I mean, it almost had you don't believe it was that fast, but it barely misses you, Rashinda. Grim, you and Dury are on 2s.
Okay, Dury's gonna charge in, and he's gonna aim at the eye, and he's gonna say, "Yar, take me axe to your eye," and then he's gonna swing.
All right, you're going to move up next to it.
Yep. He's specifically trying to do a blinding move. I don't know if you would allow that for
Good
penalties.
Lord, y'all! What edition y'all think we're playing here?
All right. Well, I rolled 10, so he hits 14, armor class 14.
Your axe goes boom and vibrates completely off of it, doing nothing.
Oh man.
Yep, you miss it, or you maybe not miss it, but you do nothing to it. It would appear. Grim, what would you like to do?
So Grim is going to point at this thing and just be like, he had killed my priest friend. I didn't know him that long, but he was a good lad. And then right in the middle of trying to explain himself, he just like starts with the one eye. He does have like starts doing the eye twitch, and he's just like, and he goes after him again. So I'm going to go ahead and start the rage counter.
Yep, and you're going to move up
Nice.
to him.
Yeah, so
All right.
and this time instead of 9, it will be no, it's +4, right? Yep. This time instead of 9 rounds, it will be 8.
All right.
8 rounds. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna come in there and just basically just try and swing right down beside Dury and see if I can strike into this thing.
All right.
So we have all the same bonuses we did last time, right? Because Daniel's sang in his song.
Yep. Daniel gave you a song to help you too.
It's +6. So that's 24.
A 24 hits it.
Yep. 4, 7 points of damage with all my bonuses.
All right. You knock into it heavily. It makes really no reaction to that, but you do knock into it pretty heavy. For sure. Boris, I guess we're back to you then.
Boris is just playing along. He's maybe peeking in a little bit so he sees what's going on. But he's not going to engage it.
He's peeking to know when to run.
Exactly.
Run,
Looking around the corner and he's like,
back.
he's switching up a little bit. He's like, playing a little music. He's like, we are the champions. And he's just kind of like looking and he's like, I'm going to run in a second.
Rashinda, you 3 are engaged with this creature. As you do notice, it is visibly larger than the other 2 were. But what would you like to do?
I'm gonna attempt to swing my pickaxe at it again, and I'm gonna miss again.
All right.
This is not your day, is it?
You miss. Yep, you miss it.
Last night I was rolling like 17 every time.
All
now
3
I can't roll above 10.
All 3 of you make me a saving throw, and you can have your magic to add to it. But all 3 of you are right there on top of it, so all 3 of you make me a save.
I made it.
Yeah,
Another nat 20 on the goddamn save.
All right.
all
of you feel real confused in your mind for just a moment, but it washes over, and as it does that, then it is going to take one of its claws. Oh man, it's going to go towards you, Dury. Evidently, it likes
That's why I'm here, guys.
It's going to strike into you, Dury, for 3 points as it claws into you also.
Oof.
And we're up to Grim and Dury then.
So Grim, when he tries this the whatever it is in his brain, he shakes it off and he points at him and he goes, none of that shite, lad, and then swings his axe again. And with a +6, this time's 16 on dice, so that's a 22.
A 22 hits it.
Yeah, I got a 16 on the die, so 9 points of damage.
All right. You take some more bloop out of it, but it's still standing there humming a
And
little
once
bit.
again, you hear.
And
Right. Dury attacks and swings for 14, which is a miss.
Yep, you miss it. And we are back to you, Boris.
Boris is going to say, stop it from making that humming sound. You're doing a good job, guys. Keep it up.
He starts clapping from the back.
Rashinda.
Go team.
Yeah, let's see if I can hit it. Nope.
All right.
Work it, girl. No.
You see it as it's humming. You see for just a moment, it kind of shimmers a little bit as it seems to, some kind of shield or something goes around it. And then it is going to lash out, this time at Grim.
Oh, this is bad.
Yep, it's going to lash out with the claws. And Grim, it will hit you for 3 points. Claws.
I'm still alive.
And we are up to Grim, speaking of.
Oh, Grim takes his hit. And he's like, ugh. He's like, that's what I'm talking about, lad. Do it the regular way. I don't think I hit it that time. You said an 18 will not hit it, correct?
Definitely not right now.
Yeah. So I whoosh and miss. So I rolled a 12 on the die.
Yep, you whoosh and miss. Dury, can you hit it?
Dury's going to try to jam his axe into its mouth. I don't know whether if that's a regular attack, but
Yep.
yeah, I rolled 2. So that's a miss.
It
Man,
eats your axe.
I'm glad you didn't roll a 1 because it was your axe. Good job, Dury. You tried. Boris, we're back to you then.
So now, Boris is still trying to seem positive. Good, you're doing good. Yeah, try not to get hit though. Remember, don't get hit. What? Don't feed it the axe and kill the thing.
Boris, do the backflip and do a split.
Yes.
I mean, I think at this point, I really can't. I mean, there's 3 of them around it. I have a bow. I'm not going to shoot into the melee.
I got you. Rashinda.
Rashinda uses pickaxe.
Nice.
It's not very effective with her fucking 1.
You just rolled a nat 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
Roll me a
man.
d6.
5.
You see the handle cracking on it. It's not broke, but you can see the handle is cracked and chipped now of its on it. It's not in very good shape now.
Great.
This thing is going to, you see the shimmering around it still going on, and then it is going to lunge out and try to bite into somebody. And it is going to bite into Dury again for 7 points.
Ah, yep.
And Grim, we're up to you.
He's just going to bellow out. Pissed off that he missed. He's so inspired by this.
Tell me to draw me a river.
He's so inspired by this bard song. He's angry. So he rolls again. I think I'm going to miss again. This time I got a 15 total.
Yep, you missed the thing.
With all
My friends, I got to switch dice. And
Yeah, all of a sudden you see Dury throw his axe down and pull out a new set of dice.
Which is axes.
I roll 15 again.
Nope, you missed, Dury. So we're back to our bard watching all this go on.
Yeah, I don't think I'm in a position that I can shoot an arrow without hitting somebody. So I'm going to do the same thing I've been doing, which is giving team spirit with my song.
All right. Rashinda, you're holding a pickaxe. It doesn't look too good right now, but what would you like to do?
Okay, so we've been talking about this head and everything. Its mouth is, to me, it looks like it's up on top of its head. So she's gonna take this broken pickaxe and she just wants to try to like basically yeet it into this thing's mouth. So she's just like foop and like trying to pitch this axe into its mouth. She's hoping maybe it'll like, get the pickaxe and grind up its insides or something like that.
All right. I mean, make an attack roll if that's what you're trying to do.
Okay. Oh, cool. 21 to hit.
A 21, as you go into this thing, as you see it shimmering of this shield, you misjudge barely, and the pickaxe goes flying against the wall as you miss it.
Oh, that's the damn shield.
Yeah.
All right.
Like she actually aims perfectly, and then like right when you think it's about to go in, like Luke in Star Wars using the Force, it just goes like boom, and it bounces off a bubble.
Yep. And it is going to continue this whatever shimmering around it. And then it is going to target you, Rashinda, with a natural 20 as it bites into you for, oh, good Lord, that's going to be 14 points of damage total as it bites into you.
Oh, that's 20. Exactly what it takes to put me to 0.
All right, make a save throw.
Do I get a +1 because of the Bard song?
Yeah, you sure can have it.
Hell yeah. Oh, this time, of course, with a saving throw, I rolled a fucking 10. Every other time was a nat 20, but no.
You're unconscious right now, then.
Yeah.
Grim, you see Rashinda go down.
So this time I'm just gonna like again, just like God damn it! Ah! Oh shit! Hold on. How many times have I attacked this thing?
2, isn't it?
2?
I believe 2 or 3
right?
at most.
All right, I didn't mark them down, so hold on. Okay. All right, here we go. That with the bonuses is going to give me a 22. Is that going to be good enough?
22 hits this thing as it's shimmering, but you made contact with it.
Sweet. With my bonuses, 3 plus 4, right? 7 points of damage.
All right. It's moving some of its legs seem kind of weak. Like say if you just run 3 miles or something, your legs are kind of weak and shaking or whatever. You see its legs shaking and moving a little bit. It's still standing though. Dury, I guess we're up to you.
So that's a 19.
A 19 will miss it. Boris, you see Rashinda go down, and the other 2 are trying to see what they can do.
Shoot the bastard!
You're doing good. I was going to see if there's anything coming up from the back.
You might be able to get an arrow in there now.
Yeah, can I shoot through if I move like that? So I'm at a different angle. I'm not sure if anybody's moved around.
Just don't roll a natural 1.
All right. So I say, don't worry, guys.
Yeah, don't worry. What's the worst that can happen?
All right, so 4. I shoot it into the wall, going into the
God
back.
damn.
That was a test shot. Hold on.
Watch where you're shooting that arrow.
15. All right, so I got closer. I got a 15.
You get them away. Rashinda, saving throw. You can have just the +1 from the Bard song. That's it.
Okay, cool. I think I made it. Let me see. Yeah, my save is in versus death. I actually get a +2. I forgot about that.
Not on this. Not on this house rule. You don't.
Oh, okay. All right, that's fine. I rolled a 15. That still made it.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I say. You'd had the +1 from Bard. I'll be nice. Give that to you to help you. But
actually, I would have made it last time if that was versus death, because I would have had a +2, and I had rolled. I was at a 10, so with a +2, I would have made a 12.
How did you get a +2 though?
But if it's versus death, was the last one versus death?
Yeah,
I
but
would get a plus
that's
two.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying on the house rule deal. I don't give you the bonuses.
Oh, okay.
Oh, at all. Okay.
I'm just being nice to give you this +1, in case it would help
Yes.
out.
Regardless, you're
Yeah.
alive, lassie.
But you're alive. Yeah, you're back you're conscious at 1 HP right now.
Nice.
Okay.
This creature, you see the shimmering around it. You see it dissipate and go away.
Yes.
It is going to look towards Grimmy. Make me a saving throw.
God damn it.
Have the magic.
All right, so I get plus 4, right? Is that what y'all
Yep.
said? Okay. So my saving throw is 11. I need to beat an 11, right?
Yep, 11 or higher.
All right. Well, I rolled a 19, so I got it.
Oh yeah, your mind, you feel confused for a moment, but you're able to shake it off. And as it does that, it reaches out and tries to claw in to Dury, and it does, Dury, for 3 points. So Dury, you'll take 3 points from the claw, and Grim, we're up to you then.
Still standing.
So he like shakes off the confusion. He's like, "Hey, I told you to knock that off. I got brains of stone." And he's not even thinking about what he's saying. Shit, I got a 13 on the die. Plus 6. That's only going to give me a 19.
You barely missed the thing, man.
Damn it. All right.
Dury, what would you like to do?
Dury's gonna attack from downswing upwards. He's gonna try to cut that belt off from him, but at the same time, he wouldn't mind if it, takes a big chunk of it. With a roll of 6, he won't.
Nope, he won't do it. Boris, you're still preparing to run away.
Well, the tide has turned slightly, so I'm going to stand and shoot 2 more arrows while I still feel like I'm in the range. Now I have a question. I don't get the plus 1 for my song, right?
No, just your allies.
Okay. So that misses with a 4. So I shoot into the wall again. I'm testing the distance, and then there's the second shot. No, that's 11. 12, that's 15 total. No, misses.
Yep, you miss them. Rashinda, you're back getting conscious with 1 HP.
All right, I'll pull my hand axe off my back and attempt to chop into this thing if I can do that.
You can do that. Hopefully.
Okay, it's a dirty 20. I don't know if that'll hit.
Yep, modified 20 hits him.
Okay. And that's +1 for the song, right, on damage?
Yep, correct.
So that's 4 damage.
Bonus. Yep.
So that's 4 damage as she plants her axe into this thing.
Nice.
Yeah, you plant your axe into it, and you see those legs, kind of shimmer a little bit more as they're getting weaker and weaker, but it's still standing for right now. It is going to turn its attention towards you, Grimmy. Oh no. And that 20 as it bites into you, Grimmy, you will take oh my gosh, that's almost 2 maxes. Let's see. 15 points of damage, Grimmy.
Yeah, that's way over. I only had 4 hit points left.
So you can try make a save at -11, but if you get a 19 or 20, maybe that'll help you. If you get a 19 or 20 on the die.
Does he find what he's been seeking? I rolled a 1.
Oh no.
I'm not kidding.
Grimmy's one eye that it was still good is not any good anymore. And Grimmy is.
So as Grimmy gets struck horribly, just gashed right open through his ring mail, he just kind of looks up at the thing, and he looks over at Dury, and he looks over at the thing, and he looks over at Dury, and he just kind of grins really wide and just sort of pitches over backwards right onto the rocky ground.
Oh man.
You got this.
Dury, you see this happen, Dury. What would you like to do?
He's gonna go "Rah!" and he will attack and make a roll of 3.
Oh man. Boris.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back here a little bit, and I'm gonna shoot my bow again. Okay. Actually, that might hit actually, because that'd be 21 total.
Yep, 21 will hit it.
Boom. 3 points of damage with the arrow.
All right. You see it, its legs faltering quite a bit now.
All right, so he's feeling confident. He takes a second shot. Come on, guys, I'll weaken it for you. So that is 20.
A 20 hits it.
Aha! Maybe backing up helped me. 4 points.
All
Did
right.
it do it?
You see this thing go down,
Fuck.
but as it goes down,
You're never
Rashinda.
gonna hear the end of it now.
Yep, Rashinda, you and Dury make me a saving throw. No, just a standard save, no type of bonuses except the +1 from the Bard song.
I got a modified 20.
All right, perfect.
Nat 1.
The ground erupts below y'all as all of y'all fall down into this deep cavern with this creature who's not moving anymore. Rashinda, you'll take 3 points of damage. Dury,
Okay.
you'll take 9 points of damage.
As I fall down, can I stab at it Gandalf style?
Sure you can.
I'll take you down to hell with me. And obviously he doesn't make it because I rolled 10.
Yes, but the bard didn't see you miss, so make sure you tell him that you
all
slaughtered that thing
fall
on the way down.
in this cavern, and of course the Grimmy One Eye falls into the cavern, much like the cleric did before. This creature is not moving at all.
Oh.
The body of Grimmy, the body of his creature, Dury injured, and Rashinda injured, laying at the bottom of this open cavern. Boris is what you see. Well, you don't see them down there, but you see the ground as they all fall in the ground.
Fury's -4.
Oh, you're at -4 now?
Yeah.
Ooh, make me a save, -4 then.
Yeah, I'm at -2.
Oh, well, both of
And-
you make me a save. And
Yeah.
find it, the minuses.
I rolled 3, so that's a failure.
Failed as
All
well.
Both of you make another save. No type of bonus, just straight D20. No modifiers.
Come on, baby.
I failed again.
16. I made it.
Rashinda, you look over Dury and you see Rashinda's body not moving. You see Grimmy's body not moving, and you see the creature's body not moving. You're the only one that seems to be alive in this pit.
Oh, man.
Can I give myself an epic death?
Yeah, you can if you want to right now, or if you want to wait till the end of the story, however you want to do it.
I'd love to do it right now.
Go for it.
All right, so you see Rashinda's body, and you think the creature's dead, and then suddenly the creature's eye opens up again. Its hand reaches out and grabs Rashinda, and then it drops Rashinda into its open mouth at the top, and you hear all this as it's trying to eat her, but her thick plate mail and shield and everything, it can't quite go down. And then finally it collapses again, just choking to death on Rashinda.
All right.
Gross. Yeah, I think what Boris would do, he would wait a minute or so. He'd wait a little bit until the dust clears, and then walk very cautiously to the edge and look down.
You hear Dury go, ooh, he's groaning, and you see the dwarf sit up and says, all the others, they're dead. I believe I am the only one here.
Let's see. Well done. Well done. Tie some ropes around them. We'll haul the bodies up.
Aye. And he ties the bodies up and tries to climb up. Do I have to roll to make that?
Dury, tell me how the story ends as you're able to do all that. How's the story going to end at this point, Dury?
Well, Dury comes in and surviving that fall and seeing the comrades lose their lives, he's going to come back and he's going to report what has happened to the folks. And he'll go on and tell the story of Rashinda and Grimmy and the cleric that he's never known before, alongside Boris, hopefully. That's it.
You're able to do that. Boris, how's the story going to end after y'all accomplish what you do there?
So there's 2 epic tales told by Boris. One of the valor and might of Rashinda and Grim and the cleric whose name I forgot already. And then the second tale, which becomes a children's story about how Dory the fighter showed up late to the fight and somehow survived. And then in Dwarven culture over the years, it starts to change where people start showing up late as a means of survival.
All right. Rashinda, we've heard your ending as it happened at your death, your valiant death. Grimmy, any last thoughts on Grimmy as he went to the other side?
So Grimmy, as he pitches over backwards onto the gravel and ground, just as he feels like he's going to hit, he ends up, instead of hitting grass and rock, he hits soft green grass. And he immediately sits up like expecting, he's like, oh, I'm still alive. And then he starts looking around and he sees that he's right in the middle of this like mountain pass. And there's a hall built in the pass with a grand door with dwarf stone carvings. And he gets up and he starts walking toward this hall, and he has a pretty good idea that he knows what happened. He knew he was dying when he fell over backwards, and he looked over at Dury. And as he walks toward the hall, he sees a bunch of dwarves all standing out right on the front at the top of the steps, and he begins to see dwarves that he recognizes clanmates, family members, all the people who died in the orc and goblin raids that took everything that he had from him. They're all standing there. And as he walks up, the doors open up, and all of them, to the last man and woman, are holding a large mug in their hands. And he walks up, and they all stick like one hand out, and they just kind of motion him forward. And they say, and one of them says, come on, lad. It's time for you to take your place at last. Get your ass up these steps. And so Grimmy starts to ascend the steps, and as he gets there, they hand him his own mug, and two of them put their arms around him, and they usher inside where you can smell all these meats and everything, and the doors close behind him, and Grimmy goes on to his own happy and satisfied afterlife.
All right, perfect. Endings
cool.
one and all. The story is really going to end, of course, this way. We played White Box, playing all dwarf characters. The name of the adventure was Ember in the Chasm. The creatures, of course, were the Zorn and a Elder Zorn that I modified, I believe, from 3E for White Box. Not much difference except the Elder Zorn, which they just took on, had some spells and different things it could use. The belt that was around it is taken back and given to the king, Hammercringe. And he looks at it and treasures it. And before I tell you what happens with him and that belt, we will go to the miners who come back in. They mine all this beautiful embers, these glowing embers in the chasm, the garnets glowing, and they mine that, and the electrum pieces become the most favored coin of the kingdom. And they're able to do that, and nothing else bothers them at that point. And several months later, we go to the Krack Hammercringe, the Dwarven king, as has this belt laid out in front of him there, and he's waiting for some of his advisors to come in. He's looking down at it, and he's not speaking, but he starts rocking back and forth, and then you hear him start humming. And as he looks up to see the door open for his advisors, his mouth opens to these wide teeth, and his eyes turn ember. That is the end of the adventure known as Ember in the Chasm.